In today's Necron Combat Patrol Battle Report, we are playing Forward Outpost. It's the Necrons versus Tau, and it's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this battle report. Right, here we are, the standard Necrons Codex Combat Patrol. We experimented last week with the White Dwarf version. A lot of fun, and we will come back to that again very soon. However, I'm here again with my son. Hello, son.
Right?
How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Good. Are you looking forward to this one?
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting mission, this. So, yeah, let's have a look at this mission. Right, Forward Outpost. And it's called Forward Outpost because you don't score for your home objective. 5 points for each objective in no man's land, and 10 points if you can score your opponents. Not only that, but we have sabotage enemy comms. If you do score your opponent's objective and you are on it at the end of your turn, then your opponent loses the command reroll stratagem for the rest of the game. It's Dawn of War deployment with 4 objectives, 2 in no man's land, 1 in each of our deployment zones. And here is that map on the table. I've included my Dominion stones for this particular battle report because, well, I never play them, certainly in 10th edition, so why not put them on the table as terrain? They're all going to be obscuring pieces, just like all of the other pieces. These ones here, you can actually go inside. They're ruined buildings. These are pipes and barricades. And that is pretty much it. Okay, we are going to have a look at the lists and get this game going. Okay, so first of all, the Necrons. We have our Overlord with the glaive and the blade. He's going to have the enhancement to add 1 to hit for any unit that he shoots at within 12 inches for the units that he's joined with. He's going to be joined with the Warriors. We have 5 with Gauss Reapers and 5 with Gauss Flayers. We then have 3 Scarab Swarms. We then have Mr. Krabs with his Scorpex, 3 Scorpex Destroyers, and the Doomstalker. And heading up the force for the Tau,
We have Commander Cloudspear, and he's got the enhancement prototype systems, which gives him a 4+ inflammable save.
Yep.
And he's got some re-rolls to hit and re-rolls to wound.
Okay, very nice. And then we've got,
A squad of 10 Pathfinders, but I'm going to split them into 2 groups of 5.
okay. And then over here we've got the dreaded, what are they called?
Breaches.
Breaches, that's the one.
Yeah.
Don't like these at all. And they, of course, are going to be starting, I assume,
In the Devilfish,
in
yeah.
the Devilfish, yep. Okay, right, so that's the armies. We are going to set up, and we'll be back to find out who's going to go first. Okay, so we have deployed. I've got my Doomstalker in the terrain there. He is on the objective. And I have my Warriors there behind that building. I have reserved the Scorpex and the Scarabs. In the meantime, over here, we've got the Pathfinders splitting into 2 units of 2, 1 on each extreme side. We've got the Devilfish there with the Breaches. And then we've got the Commander just over there. Now, I've chosen my secondary that I need to get into my opponent's deployment zone. 4 points for doing that from turn 2. Now, my son's chosen a different one this time. What's it called, son?
It's called Surprise Attack.
Okay.
So at the end of my first and second turn, I get 4 points for being on an objective in no man's land. And then in the 3rd, 4th and 5th, I get 2 points for each one.
Okay, so I think this is the one I've been almost screaming at you to play,
Yeah.
as opposed to the other one.
Yeah.
I could see why you're playing the other one, because it put my Scarabs out of commission, because you played the one where if I have to select a unit, if you kill it, you get 12 points.
Yeah.
And I was putting these like behind a building or something at the back. No 12 points available, but it did take the Scarabs out of the game. But this mission has changed things up, so we're going to see how it's going to play out. Should be interesting as we find out who is going first and who's going second. Right, the big roll-off. Game 1 and 2, my son went first. Game 3, I went first. So in theory, it's my turn to go first. Let's see. It is. Necrons, turn 1. Okay, so Necrons turn 1 movement phase. I had to move the Doomstalker over because my target priority, I think, is that devilfish. I need to get rid of it before it starts moving because it moves really quick and it's got those pesky breaches in. Sadly, I was unable to move normally and get my tachyon arrow on target for the devilfish. So in the end, I had to do an advance roll. I rolled a 1. So I did a CP reroll and I re-rolled it for a 5. So I've advanced behind the building there. So we are ready to shoot. It is the Doomstalker at the devilfish. We will be on our normal ballistic skill. But first, how many shots? D6 plus 1. 4. I'll take that. Right, we need a good roll. We need 4s. Come on. That's not bad. Only 1 miss. Strength 14, toughness 9, yep?
Yep.
So 5s. No, not 5s. 3s. I missed with 1. I can't do anything about it, but 2 go through. And that is -3 damage.
6 up save then. No.
Okay,
6 wounds.
6 wounds. How many wounds has it got? 13, I believe.
13.
Okay, well, it's a good start. Okay, so no assaults, of course. So we're moving very swiftly into Tau, turn 1. Okay, we are currently in the movement phase. And it's a bit of advantage to the Tau going second with their secondary objectives. Because at the end of their first turn, they score 4 points for being on an objective in no man's land. And these guys just advanced 6 inches straight onto the objective, which is very handy. So I've chanced my arm and I'm going to overwatch them with these guys just here. Not all can see, not all are in range. It's 4 shots from each gun. The gold guns are from the Gauss flayers. Okay, here we go. So we need 6s. We get 1 6 from each, and they're both lethal, so they both go straight through. So 2 saves. The gold one there is -1.
So I'll do that one first. 5 up.
Saved.
And the 4 up.
No, so
1 dead.
1 dice. Okay, worth a CP, I suppose. Okay, end of the movement. My son managed to get the devilfish onto this objective as well. Only just, but it is over the objective. That's 4 points. That's 8 points for his secondary in turn 1. Very nice. And the Pathfinders here have moved over onto the objective. And we've got the commander there, just hiding behind that piece of terrain. So, some aggressive and productive play from the Tau. That's just the movement phase. So, let's see what they can do in the shooting. Okay, so Pathfinders with the big guns first, shooting into my Doomstalker.
Yeah, and the commander is going to guide them in.
Okay, so +1 to hit.
Yeah, so they need 4s to hit.
All in.
All hit. Strength 10.
I'm toughness 8, so you will need 3s. All in.
Wounds.
Nice. Any AP.
And that one's a devastating wound.
Okay, so no
6.
save.
Yeah.
So they go straight through. It's 3 damage, right?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. And then 2 4-up saves.
Yes.
Save 1 of them, so take 6 wounds. Okay, so next up, it's the Commander Cloudstrike at the Doomstalker. See what he can do.
Shoots their bursting gun. That's D6 attacks. 3. And he needs 3s to hit. Ooh. And it's strength 3.
Okay, so you're going to need toughness
6.
8. Yep, so 6 it is.
Nothing.
Nope.
And then the other gun, plasma rifle, he needs 3s to hit. Hits. And it's strength 8, toughness 8, 4s to wound.
Nope, not
Oh, I've
quite.
got a reroll.
Reroll wound, yep.
Nothing.
No. Okay, still standing with 6 wounds. I believe that's the end of your shooting.
Yeah.
Okay, so 8 points for the Tau, nothing to the Necrons after turn 1. Let's see what happens as we move in to Necrons turn 2. Okay, so Necrons turn 2, no points for primary, nothing for your home objective, not in this game. However, I did get 3 wounds back on my Doomstalker, that takes him back up to 9 wounds. Rolled a 6, very nice. And then I've moved my warrior unit to the left here, eyeing up this devilfish, And my Doomstalker has stood still, and he is eyeing up Commander Cloudstrike. I'm going to hold off my reserves for one turn because, well, basically I can't really guess in, especially if I want to get into the deployment zone just there. Okay, so let's see if we can roll another 6. How many shots on the Doomstalker? 5. I will 100% take that. Oops. Okay, sorry about that. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So just a recap of what happened. These were my wound dice. I failed to wound on 2s with 2 of them, so 3 went through. And my son saved 2 of them, just 1 damaging that commander. So he took 3 wounds. Okay, I'm going to shoot the small guns into this unit here, and then we'll be on to the warriors. Okay, so I failed to kill one of those Pathfinders there. My son rolled the 1 save that got through with a 6. And now it's time for the Tachyon Arrow. The Devilfish has 7 wounds left. My Tachyon Arrow does d6 plus 2. So I'm hoping that I don't have to use my reroll to hit. And we hit on 2. So here we go. Tachyon Arrow. It's on the floor just for suspense. It's a 1! I get so many comments from subscribers who say their Tachyon Arrow never does anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to have to use the CP reroll. And we hit. Right, we're now coming in at strength 16.
Toughness 9.
Okay, so 3s.
Yeah.
It hits. Wounds even. Right, so we have a wound, a -5 AP.
Straight through then.
Straight through. Right, we now need a famous 5. We need a 5. Come on, no reroll. Come on. 5s! Oh, it's a 2. It's a 2. Okay, so it's up to the warriors. Okay, so here we go. The gold ones on the Reapers. The black ones are the Flayers. First, we have to get the bullets out. We are going to need 3s. These are lethal. 2 go through on the lethals. And the rest of the 1s and 2s miss. And as always, for me, there's quite a lot of 1s and 2s. Oh dear. Oops, it's even worse. They need 4s, not 3s, because of course they are warriors and not immortal. So they also miss. Right, so we got 4 basically. Okay, strength 4.
Toughness 9.
Toughness 9. Right, okay. So we need 6s. Got no 6s, but we did get 2 lethal, 1 of each. So we got 1 at -1, 1 at AP 0.
So we'll do the -1 first. 4 up save. Takes a wound. And the normal one. Takes another wound.
Okay, 2 wounds. So you've got 1 wound left, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so after that wonderful shooting phase, we're going to move into the assault phase. We're going to assault here this big blob of Necrons into the Devilfish. Hopefully we should do this. We get a 6, we're in. Okay, so my Overlord unit is in assault. Going to assault with the Overlord first. He has 4 attacks. He needs 2s. All in. We've got devastating wounds on this. Strength 8, toughness 9. So I'm going to need 5s. I get 1 5, no devastating. This is -3 and 2 damage. So if you fail this, it's going to kill him.
6 up save.
6 up save. Oh, not quite, not quite. Do you want to CP that? On a 6. A 1 in 6 chance, that's all.
My dice rolling has been quite good. I'll do it, why not?
Okay, you've got loads of CPs,
Yeah,
haven't you?
exactly.
Oh!
Another 5.
Close, close. Okay, so does it explode?
Oh, yeah.
This is where you rolled a 6.
Yeah.
I knew it. I just knew it. Okay, so they all got out and no one died from the explosion. And then we'd had 1 wound on this guy, 1 of these died, and then I had 3 die because, of course, a 6 was rolled on my deadly demise. Okay, so that is it. I'm standing on an objective at least. something for the Tau to think about as we move in to Tau turn 2. Okay, so Tau turn 2. They scored 5 points for being on this objective, and these guys have moved forward behind this stone for a bit of cover. Commander Cloudstrike took a battle shock test and failed, which meant he wasn't that brave to go forward. To be fair, he did take a Doomsday Cannon to the face. Well, it's not really a Doomsday Cannon. What the hell is it called? It's called a Doomsday Blaster. Doesn't sound quite as good, but he did take it to the face.
Yeah.
So he's moved behind this piece of terrain. The objective to block me coming in here from reserve. Pretty good move. Although you did that and then you moved them forward, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
So have you opened a gap? Maybe. We will see. Okay, and then over this side, these guys have just advanced with their assault weapons so they can shoot at my warriors, and they're on the objective. These guys side saddled over onto this objective, again trying to block me from getting in on the sides with my Scorpex and my Scarabs that are in reserve. Okay, so we are now moving in to the shooting phase. God, how bad is it going to get? Okay, so I'm now thinking that I definitely should have overwatched here because, yeah, these guys are horrible. I forgot how horrible they are. So we've got a marker light coming in, so they're going to be hitting on 2s, right?
Yeah.
And they're aiming at my warriors, and a stratagem has been played for +1 to AP.
Yeah.
This is going to hurt. Okay, here we go. Do your worst. 2s.
Take out all the 1s. And their strength 6.
Okay, toughness 4. So 3s.
3s. And re-rolling because you're on an objective.
Oh, God, it's like playing orcs.
Oh,
One on the floor.
That many saves. 15, I think.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, so 15 dice. I'm going to have to allocate them. So we've got 3 of the flayers left, so we're going to roll them. And we're at -2 with no cover save. So yeah, that puts me on a 6 up. So we need some 6s. We get no 6s, so those 3 die. And then we've got 4 with the Reapers. 6s needed. So there's 1 Reaper left. So let's just roll that one at a time. He's dead. And the rest go on my Overlord, who has a 2+ save. But of course, yeah, -2 puts him on his 4+ invulnerable save. He takes 3. How much damage is it?
Just the 1.
Okay, so 3 wounds. Okay, my Overlord was on 3 wounds. The Pathfinders who had moved shot me, but didn't do anything that came through because I saved it with my 2+ save. And then this guy shot me and his plasma gun got through. I had a 4+ invulnerable save. I failed it, re-rolled it with a CP re-roll, and I managed to pass. So he survived just about as we move into the assault phase. Okay, so no assaults happening. End of turn 2 for the Tau, and they've scored another whopping 8 points for 2 objectives in no man's land. Okay, I've got some serious catching up to do. I've scored 0 points so far as we move in to turn 3 for the Necrons. Okay, Necrons turn 3, still no points, no primary, no secondary. However, the game isn't over yet. There's a lot of play in this game. So I have moved my Doomstalker forward and brought in the Scarabs there because it was impossible to bring them anywhere over that side of the table. Well done to my son for blocking me out. And I brought in the Scorpec Destroyers just here. My Overlord moved in this direction towards the Pathfinders, got overwatched by these, and I lost the wound, which I regenerated. Okay, shooting phase. I couldn't really shoot much. The Doomstalker only target was these guys here, just 4 of them. We thought it was going to be overkill, but in the end, even though I rolled a 5 for how many shots I had, 6 shots, I rolled 3 1s to hit. So I only killed 2 of them. So that was a bit disappointing, to be fair. Of course, the Overlord doesn't have a gun. He's only got that 1-shot wonder. So we are moving straight into the assault phase. We're going to do the big one first. The Scorpec Destroyers over there needing a 9 re-rollable because I've saved a CP. Right, here we go. 9. It's a 6. Re-rollable. Come on, boys, we need this. Yes! Right, the Scorpecs are in. This guy needed a 5 to charge these Pathfinders, and I rolled a 3. And then the Doomstalker just about managed to get into these Pathfinders here. Had about an inch to spare, that was all. Okay, so let's move into the assault phase. Let's start with the big one, the Scorpec Destroyers. Okay, here we go. We're going to use our plasma sights just because we can, and we're here and we're ready to fight. So we need 3s to get the attacks off. 3s. We miss with 1, 2, 3. That's a good start. Alright, strength 7, so we need 2s because they're toughness 3. 6 is a dev. Oh, that's nice. 3 devs, and the rest are -2, 2 damage. 5 saves at -2.
So 6 ups.
Makes 1.
Makes 1.
So 4, 5, 6, 7 are dead. Okay, Mr. Krabs there. He's looking very confident after that slaying. I had 1 save to make in the return assault, which I saved. And then over here, I managed to kill both of those Pathfinders with the Doomstalker. Woohoo! That was very useful. So, the Necrons have slightly turned the tide, as I said. This game is still on. As we move into turn 3 for the Tau. Okay, so turn 3 for the Tau. The Commander and the Pathfinders both passed their Battleshock test. So this objective is contested over here. This objective is currently mine, but it does mean no primary for the Tau as we move into the movement phase. Yeah, coward, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, movement phase over, not too much moving. This guy just moved back on the objective as far away as possible from my Overlord. And now we're moving into the shooting phase.
And no one can guide them.
Can't guide them.
No.
So these guys are shooting at my Overlords, but they're going to be hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
So let's see if my Overlord can survive this. 2 go through.
2 go through. Strength 10, toughness 5.
Yep, 2s.
Oh,
only 1. I want to CP. You've got 3
that one's
CPs.
devastating wounds, so...
Okay, that goes straight through. It was damage 3.
Yeah.
Ouch!
So you're dead.
I'm dead. Can't believe you did that. Why did you foul the 5-inch charge, you stupid Overlord? Okay, that's a game changer. Officially, he's supposed to be there in your deployment zone with all those dead.
Yeah. I'm going to put them rocks on his base.
Oh, yeah, I should put something on his base, that's for sure. Okay, so any other shooting?
No, that's it.
That's it. Okay, so straight into the assault phase. We've got no new assaults, so the Scorpec Destroyers are going to go first and try to get some revenge. Okay, so my Scorpecs cleared off those 3 Pathfinders and they consolidated, and we are now ready for turn 4. Finally, I can start scoring some points for the Necrons. Okay, so I scored 10 points for primary. My Scarabs are a little bit out of the picture now because they're miles away from the deployment zone, which is basically all they can score. They can't score, obviously, primary because they're OC 0. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Right, so let's do some RP. First of all, on that guy there. He gets 1 wound back. He's nearly at full strength. And then the Scorpec Destroyers, they've got no wounds. Okay, let's get moving. Okay, movement phase over. My Scarabs advanced. I did use a CP because I rolled a 1, but they had managed to advance 13 inches here. My Doomstalker moved to the side so they could eye up both the Pathfinders and also Commander Cloud Strike. These guys here move forward and the Pathfinders overwatched me. Kill 1 of my Scorpecs. I did use my stratagem to give me a 5+ invulnerable save, and luckily I did because 2 of those big guns came through with 6s to hit. Very scary. Okay, so it's now my turn to shoot. We've got the Doomstalker shooting in to Commander Cloudstrike. Okay, so I'm going to shoot my Doomstalker into Commander Cloudstrike. I don't want to kill these and shorten the distance because my plan is to charge them and get onto this objective and into my opponent's deployment zone. So here we go. How many shots? D6, be big. Definitely commanding. Reroll that. Come on, reroll. Of course. Yes! That is what we call a conversion. 7 shots. Okay, we have moved. So we're going to need 4s. We miss with 3. Okay. Strength 14, toughness 5, 2s. Devastating wounds, no devastating wounds, but they all go through. -3 and 3 damage. You've got 3 wounds left.
Yeah, I need
4 ups.
4s.
He is dead. Okay, that's a good start. Now we need to see if we can get these guys into the assault. Let's have a measure up. Right, we've just measured. It is a 3-inch charge. However, I need more than that because I want to get into that deployment zone. So the bigger, the better. That's not bad. 8. Right, the Scorpex have done what I needed them to do. Now they need to see if they can kill them. So here we go. We need 3s. So we miss with 4. 50% missed, needing 3s. Strength 7, toughness 3. So 2s. All in, -2 damage. You got 4 left, right?
Yeah, I need 6 up saves.
Okay, 1-6 to stay in the game. Yeah, exactly what you've done. So 1 Pathfinder left. He's going to attack back, and then we'll be back for Tau turn 4. Okay, so a stratagem was used to fall back and shoot. He took a pop shot at my Scorpec Destroyers, rolled a 1. Used another command point to re-roll it, rolled a 1. This guy, by himself, is rightly so very, very scared. That was the end of turn 4 for the Tau. They can't score any more points. And, well, basically, I've just got that guy to kill. It's all over, really, because I'm going to be on this objective, which is 5 points. I'm on this objective, which gives me 15 for primary. And I'm in the deployment zone here at the Tau. So it's just a case of killing that guy and adding up the final score. So that's the Necrons, turn 1, 2 and 3, 0 points. The Tau scored early, 5 points for primary in turn 2 and 16 points from secondaries in turn 1 and 2. With painted gives them 31 points. However, the Necrons managed to score 25 points for primary in turn 4 and 5 and 8 points for secondaries in turn 4 and 5. So in the end it was 43-31, just about a victory for the Necrons. What a fun game that was, very, very exciting.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, really enjoyed that. Hopefully you enjoyed the battle report and hopefully you couldn't tell that I still have this stupid cold. Hopefully it will get better soon. What do you think of that?
That was good fun. I reckon that was probably the best game we've played in terms of like strategy and stuff like that. I think it was
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we can tell you're getting used to the army a lot more now as well.
Yeah.
Working out what units do what, etc. So yeah, I think we're going to have some very close games going forward as we keep battling it out with this combat patrol. That, I think, was the most fun I've had in terms of the mission. I liked the mission. I liked the dynamics of the mission. So yeah, we've got another 2 missions to play. So we will get to those in the next battle report. Thank you for watching, and if you want to see more battle reports, then here is the playlist for you to watch next.